Inflation is showing some signs of cooling. New York gives you the ability to bail criminals out with stablecoins. And Tether is showing that they're here for the long term. We'll discuss it all right here today on Pour Over Finance. What's up, guys, and welcome to Pour Over Finance. Please do me the favor, show me some love, hit the like button so that this video gets more exposure. Subscribe if you are interested in seeing what we're doing and when we're doing it. It'll hit your feed. And the notification bell, if you're interested, will notify you when I'm uploading this content, So without further ado, let's get right into what's taking place. The U.S. consumer inflation is showing a small bit of cooling. It says here, inflation consumer prices in April rise at its slowest annual rate in 2 years. It goes on to say here, consumer prices in April showed inflation pressures remain elevated in the U.S. economy, while headline prices rose at their slowest annual rate. Further down in the article here, according to the latest data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which was released today, Wednesday, the CPI revealed headline inflation rose 0.4% over last month and 4.9% over the year prior in April. A little bit further down here, the 4.9 annual increase, although cooler than March's gain, is still significantly above the Federal Reserve's 2.2% interest target. So Jerome Powell, even though he's destroying the economy, he is to a degree getting inflation to just a little bit, just come down. However, I'm starting to notice that we're becoming a bit more sticky at this 5% region. It's going to be extremely interesting to see where things go in the next 2 to 3 months. Are we going to see major changes downward, or are we going to be sticking more towards that 5% region? Me personally, I expect things to be a little stickier. I don't think that you're going to see major leaps over the course of the next few months. It is, you can tell, you go out there, the cost of food, the cost of gas, anything that you're purchasing today is still fairly increased. So even though we're seeing a slight amount of reduction, it's not enough to really make much of a difference at all, in my personal opinion. The S&P 500, the markets, they had a small bit of an increase as a result of the good news. Bitcoin saw a slight increase as well. Wasn't anything major to dial home about. We just hit right over the $28,000 mark, but nothing crazy took place as a result of that. So, at least we're starting to make some sort of headway in terms of overall inflation, but it's still extremely high. Jerome Powell is destroying the economy in the interim, and this is all as a result of money printing from back in 2020 and 2021. It's going to take some time, guys, so buckle up, get yourself strapped in. I don't think that the worst is over just yet. All right. Now, with that out of the way, let's jump right into what is going on in the state of New York with stablecoins. I find it to be extremely interesting that one of the states with the highest regulations in terms of crypto as a whole, they're introducing something like this. I don't know why, but I'm glad to see that things like this are happening, because this gives us a little bit more positivity in the sense of, hey, maybe our governments are becoming a bit more accepting of this whole cryptocurrency world. But let's read what the article has to say. It says, New York introduces a bill to accept stable coins as payment for bail. So it says, one American state has introduced legislation that will undoubtedly impact the digital asset landscape, specifically New York, which has introduced a bill that would accept stable coins as a form of payment for bail. Further on in the article here, it says New York has introduced a bill that would accept stable coins as a form of payment. Moreover, the bill would amend the existing acceptable forms. So with the already inclusion of credit cards and cash, various bonds. It now includes digital assets, which is specifically stable coins. It's not like they're saying you can pull up with your Bitcoin and we're going to be accepting that as a form of payment. They're going after stable coins, and it says here specifically the new legislation notes that it's fiat collateralized stable coins, which would be introduced as an acceptable form of payments under the amended criminal procedure. It says the development comes after New York Attorney General Letitia James proposed newfound cryptocurrency regulations. Additionally, James announced landmark legislation to tighten regulation. So she's tightening regulations and at the same time saying, hey, if you know some criminals and you want to bail them out, I'll accept your stable coins. Conversely, the stable coin bill seems to be a step in the right direction. Amid the regulatory uncertainty of the industry in the United States, development like these remain important. Nevertheless, the debate over digital asset sector in the country will continue to be vital, especially as politicians arrive in the coming year. Well, political elections, I'm sorry. So that's really something that I guess we can look forward to. Again, I don't know how many people out there are associating with criminals that need to be bailed out. And I don't mean to make fun of that. People get into all sorts of situations for various reasons, sometimes not under your control. However, if you do live in the state of New York and you happen to be in a position where you do need to bail someone out that's in a tight position, New York State has opened legislation. I guess this is a bill that has not yet been approved, but however, you will one day be able to bail someone out in the event that they need to be bailed out and you got some stable coins, I don't know, sitting on your cold wallet. I don't know where this is going to go, but like the article says, it's really a step in the right direction. The fact that we're seeing this sort of acceptance happening in the digital asset world. All right. And with that said, we'll jump into our final article here, which basically is Tether, which is the largest stable coin by market cap, has posted massive first quarter profits in the tune of $1.48 billion. I have to say, this is impressive. That's a lot of money, and it's just in the first quarter. Anyway, in the article, it says, in its latest assurance report, the company behind the USDT stablecoin said it has seen tremendous success. Tether today reported a net profit of $1.48 billion, with the company behind the world's largest stablecoin saying it was very optimistic for the future. And in a post today, being Wednesday, in a Wednesday blog post, the sometimes controversial company summed up its 2023 Q1 assurance report prepared by accounting firm by revealing its reserves reached an all-time high of $2.44 billion, a $1.48 billion increase over the same quarter last year. The company also said that most of its reserves were held in cash and cash equivalents, with the majority invested in U.S. Treasury bills and only 1.8% being held in Bitcoin. So that's actually good news, because if Bitcoin were to crash to the ground today, the stable coin USDT will not see a major reduction in its overall reserves, which is positive news for anyone that holds their wealth in stablecoin, because as we know, we lost a lot of money in algorithmic stablecoins, and just to see that they're actually investing the majority of the reserves into treasuries and things of that nature, that's positive. But I guess that just basically says, hey, USDT is the strongest stable coin and they are here to stay with a $1.48 billion increase. I think that's awesome. I hope we can see more positive news coming out of the finance world, whether you're talking traditional finance or cryptocurrencies. And I think that everything that I saw today, for the most part, there's some negative stuff, but I like to mix it up with positive stuff as well. And this was all positive stuff. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys happy about the new lowering inflation here in the United States? Are you guys looking forward to potentially bailing people out with stable coins if you're in the state of New York? And also, are you happy about the fact that USDT is posting some high earnings and showing that, hey, we've got the reserves and we're not putting it into all kinds of weird cryptocurrencies that could crash to the ground? Not even Bitcoin, only 1.8% in Bitcoin. Anyway, that's all we got for you today, guys. Please do me the favor, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy what I'm doing here. Hit the notification bell so that you're notified of when I'm uploading. And please like the video. I appreciate the fact that if I get likes on the video, it spreads it to more individuals that could potentially come in and view the content that I'm creating. I am Aaron. This is Pour Over Finance, and I want to thank you for spending your time with me today. Have a good evening. Peace.